Hello Army, welcome back to the Jikook World Channel. New York City has always been known as a major stage for the fashion world. Every year, the city becomes the center of global attention as a host of big names from the fashion industry showcase their latest creations. However, one recent night felt different, as it wasn't just about the clothes or the runway. It was also about the presence of a global star who transformed the atmosphere into something more lively and enchanting. That night was when Jungkook, BTS's Golden Magne, performed at the Calvin Klein show in New York City. The moment wasn't just an ordinary performance, but a historic one that created an emotional spark for fans, leaving fans with a deep question. Was Jimin's touch behind this dazzling moment? Jungkook has long been recognized as a global icon with a unique aura. From his debut with BTS to now, he has continuously evolved into an artist who is able to blend the worlds of music, fashion, and art within himself. His collaboration with Calvin Klein was a topic of conversation from the start, as the legendary brand only chooses individuals with universal appeal to be the faces of their campaigns. However, appearing live on the New York runway took the story to a whole new level. The stroking cameras, the screaming fans, and the rave reviews from fashion critics signaled that Jungkook was no longer just a K-pop star, but had transcended boundaries as a global icon. That night, he appeared with an aura of confidence. Every step he took in public felt like a statement that he represented not only himself but also a generation. Jungkook carried the Calvin Klein image with a charisma that seemed inseparable from him. His look was simple yet elegant, highlighting his authenticity. Many fans felt that, despite being in the tough and glamorous world of fashion, Jungkook maintained his true spirit, humble, natural, and charming. However, there was something else that caught their attention. Some fans couldn't help but associate this moment with Jimin, Jungkook's longtime friend and close friend. Their relationship, often a topic of conversation among armies, is always filled with warmth, support, and small moments that convey deeper meaning. The question arises, did Jimin have a hidden role behind Jungkook's historic night in New York? Looking back, Jimin has always been known as a sensitive and supportive figure for his teammates. He was often the first to offer encouragement to Jungkook on various occasions. When Jungkook felt nervous or uncertain, Jimin was there as a comforting friend. There were countless moments where Jimin was seen encouraging Jungkook to believe in himself, leading fans to believe that Jungkook's confidence during his Calvin Klein appearance was inspired by Jimin's words and presence. In fact, there is speculation that some of Jungkook's style choices and the aura he exuded that night seemed to align with Jimin's taste. Jimin has long been known for his keen understanding of fashion. He's not only adept at choosing clothes for himself, but also has an instinct for seeing the best in others. For some fans, Jungkook's presence at the Calvin Klein event reflected the warmth often seen when he's with Jimin. His smile, the way he carried himself, even the aura he exuded. All of it made the public wonder if Jimin was indirectly present behind the scenes.
I'm a house photographer. Can we do it from there? Follow me, please. Follow me.
For ARMY, Jungkook and Jimin's relationship has always been a fascinating story. They aren't just bandmates, but two souls who complement each other. When one shines, the other is always there, whether it's clearly visible on camera or just felt through the subtle energy. Many fans believe that Jungkook's brilliant night in New York is also a testament to the support he has received from Jimin. That behind his confidence, there are prayers, kind words, or even just memories of a friend who has always been there for him. Furthermore, fan reactions on social media also added layers to this story. Many connected the moment to Jikook, the term used to describe Jungkook and Jimin's closeness. Every expression, every gesture, even every small detail became the subject of analysis. Some fans wrote that Jungkook's smile that night seemed to hold a personal story, as if he were thinking about someone very important. Is that true? Of course, Jungkook is the only one who knows. However, for ARMY, this mystery is what makes the moment felt even more emotional. Emotionally, the night in New York wasn't just about the fashion runway, but also about the journey of a young man growing up in the eyes of the world. Jungkook, once shy and self-conscious, has now emerged as a confident global star. This transformation didn't happen overnight. He's gone through many struggles, fatigue, criticism, and even self-doubt. And at every step of that journey, Jimin has been by his side. So, it's natural that many saw Jimin's reflection in Jungkook's courage to take the world stage that night. The moment at Calvin Klein also signified something bigger. It symbolized that BTS as a group, despite their individual phases, continues to shine in their own ways. Jungkook is making history in the fashion world, while Jimin continues to create the music and art he loves. However, behind all these individual achievements, there's a common thread that unites them: friendship, love, and unwavering support. If asked if Jimin was truly behind this moment, the answer might not be clear. He may not have directly influenced Jungkook's outfit or been present in New York that night. However, his presence can be felt through the spirit he left in Jungkook's heart. Because sometimes, a person's role in our lives isn't always immediately apparent, but rather, it's the confidence and courage they leave behind. Jungkook's historic night at Calvin Klein NYC ultimately wasn't just about fashion, but about a journey of life, friendship, and love that transcended the stage. It marked a new era, not only for Jungkook, but also for the fans who have always supported him. And whether we believe it or not, Jimin's shadow is always there, an unseen part of the shimmering light radiating from the golden magne. Because every time Jungkook shines, we know that there's so much love, support, and a strong bond that allows him to walk so beautifully. That night will live on in our memories, not just as fashion history, but as an emotional story that made the world fall in love all over again. Not just with Jungkook, but also with the story of a friendship that makes him even more human and touching. And that's the story of Jungkook's historic night at Calvin Klein, New York, a moment that wasn't just about fashion, but also about a long journey, courage, and perhaps Jimin's ever-present warm touch behind his steps. We never know for sure how Jungkook felt that night, but his smile, his aura, and the energy he radiated make us believe that love and support were always with him. For ARMY, this moment wasn't just a fashion event, but a history we'll always remember. Because every step Jungkook took, every look in his eyes, always made us feel proud, moved, and close. And who knows, behind that light, there was Jimin's prayer that made it all feel even more meaningful. Thank you for watching until the end. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. Did you also feel Jimin's presence behind this historic night? Hit the like, share, and of course, subscribe buttons so you don't miss out on other Jimin stories that always warm our hearts. See you in the next video, ARMY. Borahi.